Today on Forbes, OpenAI blurs its mass surveillance red line with new Pentagon contract. By Sam Altman's own admission, the whirlwind of the last week has weighed heavy on the OpenAI chief. On Friday, February 27th, he swooped in to take a Department of War contract from rival Anthropic, capitalizing on a deal that had gone sour when his competitor's CEO, Dario Amodei, had insisted on contractual limits to its AI's use for fully autonomous weapons and mass domestic surveillance. Amodei had explained his issues with the contract in a blog post the previous day, saying the company didn't want any agency to use Claude to create a detailed and accurate picture of citizens' private lives by making connections between large datasets, all without the need for a warrant. He pointed to the US government's purchase of massive datasets of people's locations, web browsing habits, and other information, typically from data brokers. AI could be used to bring all those data sources together and make inferences about a given person or entire populations, representing an unprecedented privacy threat. Then, over the course of hours that Friday night, talks between the two entities completely broke down. In retaliation, the US government designated Anthropic a, quote, supply chain threat, effectively cutting it off from federal contracts. On Thursday, it was made official, and Anthropic has said it plans to sue. At first, Altman claimed to have come up with a compromise, as OpenAI said its agreement with the Pentagon upheld its red lines, including one that stipulated its tools wouldn't be used for mass domestic surveillance. The company then followed up with a blog post that said its AI could be used for lawful purposes, and that any handling of private information would adhere to multiple surveillance-related laws that the Pentagon operates under. That includes the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, known as FISA, which provides a broad remit to the controversial National Security Agency within the Pentagon, allowing it to collect American citizens' communications with foreign individuals and entities. It also includes Executive Order 12333, which permits bulk data gathering from foreign targets, regardless of whether they're talking with Americans or not. The contract reads, quote, "The AI system shall not be used for unconstrained monitoring of U.S. persons' private information as consistent with these authorities." The backlash was immediate. AI policy and legal experts noted that FISA and Executive Order 12333 had previously been criticized for allowing broad surveillance of U.S. citizens. There also didn't seem to be any provision for stopping the Pentagon using OpenAI's models on commercially acquired data. As Mike Masnick at TechDirt wrote, quote, "OpenAI has effectively adopted the intelligence community's dictionary, a dictionary in which common English words have been carefully redefined over decades to permit the very things they appear to prohibit." Users, for their part, responded. Sensor Tower data showed uninstalls of the ChatGPT mobile app jumping 295% day over day last Saturday, while Anthropic shot to the top of AI charts, per TechCrunch. Last Monday night, Altman responded to the tidal wave of criticism, tweeting an internal message in which he said the company would amend its contract with the Pentagon to include new language to stipulate its AI, quote, "shall not be intentionally used for domestic surveillance of U.S. persons and nationals." He said the contract would also prevent the Department of War's intelligence agencies, like the NSA, from using OpenAI tools unless there was a, quote, "modification to our contract." With his post, Altman sought to allay fears about the legal ways the Pentagon surveils Americans under the laws specified in the contract. The Department of War buys access to a significant amount of Americans' personal information. It has multiple contracts for tech from Babel Street, a company that uses AI agents to make connections between all manner of datasets, including information from social media sites and mobile phone location history. Contracting records show that LexisNexis, owned by $56 billion market cap analytics company RELX, provides the Department of War with a tool called SmartLinks for, quote, "online identity verification services to uncover comprehensive personal connections," and a tool called Accurant for, quote, "direct connection to over 34 billion current public records." The National Security Agency also buys so-called NetFlow data, essentially footprints of people's online activities, which can reveal what websites people visit and what apps they use. Despite Altman's claims that his deal won't allow that kind of mass surveillance, he still has some convincing to do. For full coverage, check out Thomas Brewster's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.